How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another podcast for you guys. Sent the link to the group as well as sharing this on Twitter. Because, I saw. I'm just gonna say I saw the video where this is involving, and I'm a little bit peeved. And frankly, with everything, I figured this would probably be important to talk about. So I sent the link to the rest of the group. Just waiting for them to come on, see if anybody shows up. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, whether live or when people watch this after it's live, how you guys doing? Hopefully, you guys are doing all right. Hopefully, having a good day. But today we'll be talking, or at least for the main topic for this podcast, was more so of the Wendy Williams behavior towards the TikToker known as Swavy, I believe it was. And how insulting that person was towards the TikToker's death. In that, because I'm gonna be perfectly honest. With what we saw, or what we end up seeing in that video, was disgusting. When it comes down to the individual's death. Now, if I remember correctly, and I'm looking up the article, Swavy apparently died from a situation where apparently it was in a fatal shooting. And I gotta say that something like that, it's always just upsetting when stuff like that happens, regardless of whether you're a celebrity or not. That when somebody is affected or killed by a shooting, it sucks. And I will say that my thought, even though it probably it doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people by just saying this, but my thoughts go out to the family. Hey, MJ.
What are thoughts going out to the family for?
Or at least, I guess, if any, my condolences go out to the family.
Well, to who? I don't know who you're talking about. You're talking about the TikToker who died?
Yes.
Who was murdered?
Yeah, and apparently, they may.
Yeah, I watched the Wendy Williams clip.
Well, I'm going to be sharing it too for those who haven't seen it yet.
I was just telling JR about it before I came on because I was like, "This is so stupid."
What's JR's thoughts? Just curious.
He never gives full-on thoughts about anything. He's a quiet guy. He's just kind of like he's watching the MLB draft right now.
Okay.
So he could give two shits less.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're looking for some exquisite opinion from JR, you're not gonna get it.
I was just curious.
Kind of guy. I just think it's like I had no. Hold on, let's see here. Oh, why is it telling me? Okay, sorry, my computer's telling me I have low space, even though I just cleaned it out. I just thought it was so dumb, like the way she was talking about it. She was like, I just thought it was so cheesy. I hate talk shows because of this reason.
No, not to stir up some BS.
Yeah, we're a talk show.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. When I heard this person's name, I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
All I was
And-
thinking was like, oh, did she fart again on her show?
Well, it's like, and not to like pull the same shit that she did, but it's like, I don't know this woman. I have no clue.
You've
who the
never
fuck
heard of
she
Wendy
is.
Williams?
No, I did not.
Really? She's been
Till
around
now.
forever.
Oh,
She was a comedian, and what else did she do? She was in a lot of stuff that I used to watch, but she's always an out there figure. Let's just put it that way.
well, apparently she doesn't
Like
have
her
any-
shows, basically, from what I used to watch, it was like for me. Oh God, this is gonna sound like such a mean thing to say. She wants to be Oprah, but she's Jerry Springer.
Ah,
Yeah.
so
Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, chat. If you eventually see this.
Well, I guess it's understandable why I didn't give a shit, or why I didn't give a shit to figure out who this person was.
I used to watch Jerry Springer like a little bit, but that was because it was like morning TV and I was getting ready for school or something like that. But
Well,
and then they made a spin-off show with Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, but again, and it's not. I don't say that because she does that shit on the clip, but it's more so I've never heard of this woman before.
Well, when you mentioned it on Discord, you're like, yeah, some woman was talking about a murder TikToker. I'm like, oh, Wendy Williams.
Well, I recently I came across this through a variety of other content creators, and I saw the clip, like, and I'm just like, this is kind of, and apparently this isn't the first time she's done this.
Nope.
She's been
in a lot of controversies.
She did this for her own mother's death, apparently.
Did she?
Yeah, apparently. It seems like this person has no tact when it comes down to dealing or discussing
instead
death.
of just saying, like, I want to make sure that you're correct here because I don't want to spot out any incorrect information here. Let's see here.
I've already seen the clip. She actually did something like that with her own mother.
Wendy Williams' mother passing. Wendy Williams reveals, oh, her mom passed away recently.
Yeah.
Oh, she passed away in December. Okay.
Now,
her mother had. Wait, hold on. Her mother passed away from colon cancer. Oh. That's what my mom passed away from. Wait, what? Hold on. I just saw on Google, why did Wendy Williams kill herself?
What?
Sorry, that's not funny, but I'm laughing kind of nervously.
Probably because of the backlash that she's about to get from the entire family.
That's a different Wendy Williams. It's a different Wendy Williams.
I'm just saying, because at this point,
She died in 1998.
all I'm gonna say is the family, Swavy's family is pissed of how she talked about their
is
son.
It Swavy or Swavy?
I think it's Swavy. Somebody in the chat.
Swavy. I mean, you're more versed on TikTok than I am. You're the only friend I have on TikTok. So
here's the sad thing too, is I have never heard of Swavy till now.
Yeah. But it's still stupid.
But I'm gonna say
stupid the way she did it.
Yeah, and here's something. When I heard about it, I actually acted respectful when it comes to this woman. I'm not gonna act like a insufferable jackass and freaking flex my freaking numbers. That's fucking.
Or your masculinity.
Moving on.
I'm saying, no, not in that way, you idiot. I'm not talking like that. Jeez. No, I'm just saying, be careful with that. Talking about more women like that, people are going to start accusing you of being a misogynist.
I'm sure.
I'm not even high yet, so
I'm sure people already do with. I'm sure people already do with a couple of the titty streamer
Rob
videos
is a horrible person. The end.
Hey,
no?
Hey, if there's one, I mean, when it comes down to my commentary videos, somebody who a while back taught me one thing, and this dude was an asshole. Taught me one thing, and if somebody calls you an asshole, you know what you just tell them?
Hey,
Why,
MJ?
yes, I am. No, you just tell, why,
What's
yes,
up?
I am, and move on.
I'm not trying. Jesus. I think we need to play It Takes Two again. Where's that book?
Oh, freaking the Necronomicon.
Yeah. Oh, I still got to play it with Aden. And
gosh.
I finally got all my parts for my control. The only thing I'm missing are my decals that I got, but I have all the parts now to build my controllers, and I've changed my mind kind of on the DBZ one. I was looking up patterns for it, and I think I might choose to make my DBZ controller a Dragon Ball Super one.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I have like green and purple. Because at first I was going to make it based on Imperfect Cell, but now I'm thinking about doing it based on Broly.
That'd be cool.
Because of the green and the purple. And then I have little Dragon Ball buttons.
Here's a question: which character, if they were to revive another villain character, because it seems like there's going to be another movie soon, what villain?
Oh, if you're asking me or Dragon Ball questions, I have no clue. That's why it's my poser controller. I'm literally making it because of you guys.
I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of what villain would be really cool.
But I have a few ideas for a touchpad for it. But I can show you later and get your ideas from it.
I'm gonna share the clip.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself for a second. I'm still listening.
Well, I mean, at some point, I'll probably like ask your input, if anything.
Well, I'm aware. I'm still here. I just didn't want to hear anyone hearing my lighter.
Okay, so here's the.
But too late now. So.
Yeah, so here's the.
That's
video.
not Swavy.
Wendy Williams talking. Yeah, because they were talking about somebody, I guess, before this.
Mm-hmm. Pete Davidson.
Who's that?
The person on the screen.
Okay. Again.
He's a comedian.
Okay.
Okay. I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman.
Not to be an ass or anything, even though I mentioned, time and time again that I'm an asshole in some of these things, but
we're all assholes.
But here's my, especially with it being on live television, you'd think. Oh, Aiden's here. Okay.
Hey,
so
what's up?
You'd think that with it being on live television and discussing this person's death, you'd think that you do your fucking research beforehand on who the person was.
Yeah. Like my name, Aden?
Yes.
Am I wrong on that?
No, but I would like to see more so I can give more commentary rather than the first couple seconds.
Okay. I'm sorry. That just
No, you're good. You're good. Get your opinions out. Definitely, that's what we're here for.
That like that first sentence just kind of bugs me.
There's one person in this building, maybe Sus does. Do you know?
And you're right. That's stupid, but that should be.
Clap
that's so awkward.
Know who Swavy is.
Like nobody knows who.
There's
this
like one
is.
person in the background that claps.
Yeah,
I
only one person.
Clip.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Sus?
Nah, it's not my cup of tea that I got going on right now.
Well, he's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me.
I hate this part that comes right after. I hate the part that comes right after this.
On TikTok, but on Instagram.
You got more followers.
Who fucking cares?
And then the crowd cheers. And then they cheer. And then this shit happens.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say, like, when it comes down to it, it's just the way the people, like, when it comes down to their reaction after the initial like news is brought up, they flip the script. Like they do a complete 180 on their reaction or how they act in the entire situation.
It almost comes across as them being there to just increase to boost her ego.
Yeah,
That's the way it's coming
that's
across
exactly
to
what
me.
I was getting at. That's exactly what I was telling JR. They seem like yes men.
yeah.
Not just this guy, but I mean like the audience's reaction as well. It feels like they are being told what they need to do at certain times.
Of
Well,
course.
they're fans just watching the show, and if anything, they're just going to, at this point, as it was just shown, they don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't filmed. This isn't shown live. Of course, they pre-film it before it goes to air, so it has to go through an editing process.
True.
And they left it in. That's actually
that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah, they left it in. Why did they leave that in? Go on.
They were that fucking disrespectful to this person.
Well, as my son
Sage.
Kevin would say, no one
Sage.
uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that.
Hold on.
At all.
His face before he exclaimed what was he knew. There's no way he didn't know.
Of course they had to, because they have writers on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, Wendy is probably the only one here that can possibly get away with what she said because of the fact she could be like, well, it's on the teleprompter or some shit.
Uh-huh.
You think Wendy writes her own shit? Ellen doesn't even write her shit. Ellen doesn't even like people that work for her. Ooh. Hot take. Be right back.
You okay?
Sorry, I had to cough the stupid out.
Oh. But this is just, I don't understand. Like,
we'll get to the part where
well,
so people know what we're talking about instead of kind of like leading up to it.
last thing, because I talked about it briefly, but all I'm gonna say is, it's stupid to flex about your it's Instagram. It's two separate freaking social media sites. Sure,
Right.
You have a ton of people at freaking Instagram, and that person has a ton of people on freaking on TikTok. And at that point, who the fuck really cares?
Instagram was dead a few years ago. But now that you have people that are more well-versed in new media, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch.
It's coming back.
Shit, now I lost my train of thought. This always happens, but I mean, I'm not going to blame the weed. As I talk through my teeth gritted. But I remember being told before that, like, well, because Instagram was dead, and then Facebook is now considered the dead platform, or that Facebook's for old people. At least this is what my students tell me.
Yeah, from what I hear, Facebook has become the new MySpace.
Yeah,
like
or LiveJournal.
It's on the way of MySpace, or is starting to.
Yeah. I don't care for TikTok or anything. Yeah, I have an Instagram, but I don't post on it. I only use that to look at other people's Instagram profiles. Facebook to me is a dead platform. Yeah, I haven't used Facebook since. Well, I know I can look, but I really don't want to. Like Discord and Twitter are the only real two, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Are the only ones that I really use, but because Facebook is for me is like that's like my, and I mean attached to that would be Instagram since it's like Facebook owns Instagram. That is for like my personal stuff, my personal account, and so like only people that I know I'm friends with on there, and there have been people that have found me through you like that from YouTube, like found my personal pages, and that's to be expected. I shouldn't be too creeped out about it, but I mean, I can't help that I do feel a little creeped out by that.
Yeah.
But and now I notice that YouTube is trying to kind of follow the ways of TikTok. Because I saw the update on my phone where now you can make
Shorts.
like no, not just shorts or like clips, but also creating too, which is just like a TikTok. It's like when the music starts in, and then
I have a feeling, if anything, they want to probably shut down TikTok and make it seem like
it's a competitive platform. A lot of people are moving to TikTok because when it comes to TikTok growth, TikTokers get a massive amount of growth a lot more quickly than somebody doing the same thing on YouTube.
Heck, I think I shared a TikTok video I did for it was reacting.
I literally downloaded TikTok because of you.
Like, let's see. There was one video I did a while back, and that was reacting to a really funny animation of a baby becoming Dio. And that that video.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That one video out of all of my videos has over 159.5K.
Jesus.
Oh wow.
Out of any of the videos that I've ever posted on that website. And it's just a stupid reaction video.
Oh, JR did had something to say for that. Because remember, because I was like, when I checked your TikTok page, and I was like, oh damn, Rob has more TikTok followers than we have subs on our channel. And Jared goes, yeah, that's TikTok though, so whatever.
Yeah.
Well, because people get a lot, like it's easier to get more followers on TikTok than it is for YouTube, like I said before. But the way he said it made me laugh.
Either way, I mean, it's a fun website to just.
It's still cool. It's still amazing. I'm not going to diminish your accomplishments by any means.
Yeah,
like that's fucking awesome.
Which, by the way, I've on and off. I share clips of some of the games I've been playing, guys. If you guys want to check them out, humble brag.
Why don't you put your TikTok in the or in the description? I
should, now that I think about it.
Yeah. I was going to before, but I don't know what your handle is. I don't remember.
It's
I have to look at it.
It's at
Is it Novakast YT?
Yeah, it's just
just Novakast?
Yeah, just at Novakast.
Okay. Well, why don't I can do that right now.
Where I've done a few lip syncing skits, clips from some earlier gameplay. And I haven't posted anything lately, but I should. But I guess like what I was just final words on that whole thing is like there's no reason to be flexing. If you're popular in Instagram, that's good. If they're popular in TikTok, that's fine. It doesn't. There should be no reason to flexing. That's so fucking stupid, especially when it comes to two separate platforms. That's what I was getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved. So here he is.
Oh, watch this. Did you see the look she gave? Like,
can you rewind?
Yeah. Did you see the face she gave? Her reaction to seeing him. Watch. To me, that just seems like disgust. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I see where you're getting at.
That looked like utter disgust, and the people were laughing at that.
Yeah. I think that they were kind of led to that because that's why they asked it. Because if I'm sure it was in there. I'm not trying to defend Wendy Williams or her show, but it seems like that was in the script kind of to like word it that way. Because if she had mentioned that, well, Swavy was murdered. Like, does anyone know Swavy? and then kind of like no, and then the whole followers thing is so lighthearted, and then like she couldn't be as lighthearted as she stated that from the beginning. I think it would have made her look worse. I basically what I'm getting at is like leading the audience to a certain conclusion. So they were thinking possibly like, oh, well, she's probably just going to talk about like some stupid thing some TikToker did, you know, that went viral.
I mean,
but since the audience was unaware, they didn't expect that either.
Yeah.
So the reaction is to laugh. I wasn't surprised if the show had them do that, but
have like the light that pops up. That says,
applause.
or like Shrek, where it has like
track,
where it's like
when no one's laughing.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like, or like, was it for Shrek where they hold up this, where the executioner holds up the sign that says "laugh."
Oh my word!
Please.
For some reason I've been wanting to watch like the old Shrek movie, like the first one, because I think that one's probably like the best one out of all of them.
He's 19, and he was murdered.
Oh wait, now, oh gosh,
Monday morning.
Now this is the part where I need to, the initial reaction for everybody is, "Oh my God, we were assholes."
Now, according to our friends at MediaTakeout.com, hi Fred, the killer confessed on Instagram Live.
Oh.
He said that Swavy invited him out and alleges that Swavy and the friends that were with Swavy jumped him and tried to kill him. So he had a gun and did the killing.
Wait. Are they trying to claim that Swavy was the one that did that?
That Swavy was it sounds like the killer is trying to say he did so in self-defense. Because by what we just heard,
because I think it was the other way.
Swavy started it. Him and his friends tried jumping him to try and kill him or what have you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
TikTok 2 words? Yeah. It's not all one, right? Or is it 2?
What?
TikTok. I'm fixing the description for you.
I think it's one word.
Is it? Hold on. I got the article here. I can.
Yeah, it's one word. Both T's capital.
Thank you. I saw it myself too. Sorry, I'm a stickler when it comes to edit or making sure things are spelled properly. So it's just at Novakast, right?
Yep.
Okay. Done.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I should monetize the podcast too.
So
I gotta set that up. Never mind. I'll do that now. Go on.
Dead. The guy.
Wait, what'd she say?
Somebody's dead. The guy who was invited over, he's dead.
Swavy is dead.
Swavy is now dead.
Correct.
Sage. All those followers. Yeah, that's really only 19 years.
Rob, can I take you out back, please? I got a gift for you. Sorry, I laughed pretty hard, but I didn't realize I muted myself right then.
Definitely, it might be a landmine link.
But he said out back. I don't know why that is a point that I just made, but anyway.
Unfortunately, with this being my initial, introduction to this woman, and how she's presenting this story, my initial reaction or how I feel would be to call her a cunt.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's all right, Aden. He called Gabby Hanna that last week.
Yeah.
Play or find the clip where she farts on the show. That happened
God.
recently.
No.
By the way, the friend who came over was an admitted drug dealer.
How much you want to pay? I would want to look that up, but I'm kind of curious if that's she's just trying to over exaggerate it and make it seem like all this stuff to make it like to try to worsen the image of this person.
Could be.
Of Swavy. In which case, I go back to my original comment. She's a cunt. A lying cunt.
No one in custody. They'll probably never catch anyone. You know, another one of those stories.
Huh. Damn it, Sage.
Thank you, Sage.
Good Lord.
Why is this taking me forever just to fucking goddamn edit video? There we go. And monetization, because it's not letting me do it all at once.
So I actually have an article too, because after this segment was posted, the family's pissed with this whole situation.
I would be too.
And I'm gonna,
Wendy Williams is not like, she's been known to not be sensitive to certain issues.
So Wendy, so this was on the Today or MSN Today. Wendy Williams sparks backlash for demeaning segment on TikTok star's death. Wendy Williams is under fire for making insensitive comments about the murder of TikTok star Matima Swavy Miller. Williams is being slammed for remarks she made Wednesday about Miller, who died of a fatal gunshot wound 2 days before. The comments, which came during the Hot Topics segment of Wendy Williams' show, found the controversial talk show host 56 joking about how she never heard of Miller before this weekend. I had no idea who this person is. Neither does one person in this building, Williams said, as Miller's photo appeared on a screen behind her. She then asked audience members to clap if they knew who Miller was.
Yeah, that was so stupid. Clap.
Yeah. Watch the segment, which we already did.
Well, Aden, did you see that part?
I
think he showed up a few seconds into the video. Or he showed up 7 seconds in.
Yeah, I didn't.
And so I think he missed the part where she said, clap.
Well, he's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me, Williams said, of the late
internet celebrity who regularly posted videos of himself dancing. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. Sorry. Himself dancing and doing comedy sketches with his nearly 3 million followers. After going back and forth with producer Norman Baker about her own popularity on Instagram, Williams turned back to look Miller's photo up and down, prompting audience members to laugh. Then, more than a minute into the segment, Williams finally announced the news that Miller had been killed. He's 19 and he was murdered Monday morning, she said, as their audience members gasped. Williams appeared confused about the details of the story, repeatedly asking if Miller was the person who died. Swavy's dead, confirmed the producer. All those followers, Williams. What? Wait.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said all those followers.
Right near the end of the video.
And then after the
segment aired, outraged viewers voiced their anger on social media. This actually made me sick. How disrespectful she was to the deceased, regardless of his age or how he died. It's called being respectful. Such a demeaning and belittling attitude on her part, one viewer wrote on YouTube. Whatever. The fact that she's 50 plus or over 50 talking about a deceased 19-year-old that way, someone's child is just the icing on the cake. Wendy, do better. Another wrote, You really use this young man's death as a laughable moment. Yep. Today, I reached out to a representative for the Wendy Williams show who declined to comment. A Twitter user named Alex shared a clip of part of the segment on Wednesday. Y'all, please watch this. Oh gosh, I'm talking like Aden now. Texan. Hey, I'm a mitten, so he wrote adding a sad emoji. That clip has more than 5 million views. Other Twitter users responded by blasting Williams for her insensitivity. Did she really need to look him up and down like that before breaking the news that he was murdered? Like, she's the only one who knew where this was going, and I can't see the rest.
Oh, sorry.
And she still chose to sprinkle a little nasty on it first, one user remarked. The pain she must be in to treat people like this, observed another. Still, others on Twitter suggested that Williams, who's been called out for her insensitivity repeatedly in the past, should no longer be on the air. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
it is a high time for Wendy to be done. She's wild, one tweeted. Okay, what? And then, while another person noted, I really question the kind of people that be in the audience of her show. I'm sure there's probably even audience members there that just got like a free ticket to go in. Probably not even a big fan of Wendy.
There was another.
I'm sure people would say yes. Hey, you want to sit in the audience of a talk show? Hell yeah! Don't care who it is.
Right.
Oh shit, Steven Crowder. Just joking. Oh fuck.
I'm trying to find the. I'm trying to find the exact article it was.
I know there's like I keep bringing up the farting clip with Wendy Williams, though, because she was basically trying to disguise it like it was the chair, and then like coughing. This reminds me of Family Guy when Peter tries to disguise the sound of his farts with his cough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't Peter end up letting loose a bun flapper during that cough?
Mm-hmm. Bun flapper, yes. I've never heard of that.
But I can't find the article.
What article are you looking for?
Because there's one in particular that discusses or shows Swavy's family and their response to the situation and what Wendy Williams did. And
Family of murdered TikTok star Swavy slams Wendy Williams' commentary.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that the blatant disrespect from her, it just
I got it.
Makes it come across as her being envious or jealous of the fact that he has more TikTok followers than her and isn't all that upset about his death because of it.
This one?
Yeah, the one I just DM'd you.
Okay, I'm pissed. Wendy Williams slammed by late TikTok star Swavy's family after TV host mocked his looks following tragic death. Family of the late TikTok star Swavy slammed how Wendy Williams treated his tragic death. Last week, the daytime talk show host appeared to mock Swavy's reported murder, and now his mother and brother want an apology.
Good.
I mean, I can see that, but I wouldn't say. I mean, if you're gonna take it, if it was like a legal thing, she didn't mock the murder; she mocked his following.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to defend her here, but I will. I mean, I'm trying to offer a different perspective. It's like, as Rob would like to call it, devil's advocate.
Yeah. In an interview with TMZ, I'm sorry, I fucking shiver every time.
You want me to take over so the filth doesn't have to reach your mouth?
Swavy's mother, Chanel Clark, shared, I had to lay there with my son and ask God, why did you let me see that? And I had to think about that, or that he wouldn't he want anyone else to be down there with him but his mom. I had to see my son down there shot up. To see something like that as a mother, it literally messes you up.
It's
Social media.
It's never. I'm trying to be careful how I word things. It's devastating to have, as a parent, to have to bury your child. You would never think that you will outlive your own children. And so just that alone would give me credence to be really pissed at Wendy Williams and her show. I would probably be just as pissed at the writers, if not more so, because of the way they framed it like that.
Random thing, because since we're talking about this, one of my, not because of a child dying, but one of the most powerful scenes, and if you guys have obviously watched Lord of the Rings, probably for one of the most powerful scenes is when they save King freaking A from, I'm trying to remember his stupid freaking name. He was the one that was being possessed by Saruman.
Sauron, you mean?
No, Saruman.
Saruman was the wizard.
I know, but he was possessing the one king, and Gandalf freed him. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Was it Theoden?
I don't remember. It's been such a long time. I know we just talked about Lord of the Rings last week too.
Well, anyways, yeah, anyways,
and since
so-
you weren't here, Aden, we were talking about how there was an essay out there that was trying to make the point that Samwise and Frodo were gay together. Yeah.
That's been a freaking theory for a long time now.
Yeah, and by the way, they're not cousins, Rob. I accidentally said, I meant to say Bilbo, not Sam.
Oh,
I said that
I mean,
Frodo and Sam were cousins.
in a sense, I mean, I still don't think that it's like when it comes down to the dynamic between Frodo and Sam, I don't see a romantic relationship. If anything, it just seems
I don't either.
like travel companions. If anything,
You would call it, or I mean, if anything, it was considered what is called a homosocial. Not homosexual, but homosocial. So same-sex, non-sexual relations. So like hand-holding, kissing on the forehead, things like that would be examples of homosocial acts.
and again, since we have to point this out, because people forget about this, that really shoots this whole theory out of the water.
I get paid to make that point.
Sam married Rose and had kids with her at the end of the freaking book and the movies.
Yep.
Yeah, but they also brought up Brokeback Mountain and how that's quite similar in terms of being gay or secret or closeted gay, but in a hetero relationship.
Huh.
Because that was one of the points they made in that essay.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, social media star whose real name was Matima Miller was gunned down on Monday, and his family shared the news online, adding that they are working diligently to get justice for Swavy. Chanel went on, Wendy Williams, as a mother, how do you put a child out there like that? Nobody knew him like that. Another comment says that my son shouldn't have been shot down in the street like that for someone to recognize who he is. And then there's a couple of pictures of Swavy. I deserve
an apology, but at this point, I'm so pissed off because you did him like I'm looking for an apology. I do want an apology, but at the same time, I'm pissed with Wendy. Swavy's older brother Rakeem also told the outlet in the interview, Wendy has always been a messy person. That's what her life consists of, this gossip and reporting stories. But this isn't just any other story. This is not a highlight. This is not a hot topic. This is our real life. We're dealing with this in reality. So for her to speak on the events surrounding my brother's death before she reached out to our family, she didn't send condolences. She didn't even report the right stories. It's one thing to take public knowledge and put it out there, but you gave a false narrative and you gave a false story. You painted him as a thug, as a drug dealer, as someone who was trying to be in the streets, and that wasn't the type of person that he was. As a black woman and as a black mother, you didn't have any empathy at all for my family. Words cannot explain how I feel. I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I'm sad. It's just a lot going on.
Can I just say, what's the word? Classism, where you judge person by the way they look,
Yeah.
or how they dress. Would you like not to just assume what Wendy Williams was thinking, but that's just what it seemed like to me, where she just took one look of him in the picture and just immediately assumed thug.
Yeah.
Does she not pay attention to the way a lot of people dress nowadays as far as his generation goes? I mean, come on.
Wendy's always had a lot of random hot takes on things that like most people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she likes to call out random people for no reason. Or seemingly no reason. Shouldn't say no reason, but should I throw in allegedly for some spice and flavor?
Sure.
Okay, allegedly. On her show, Wendy said of Swavy's murder that she no idea who this person is, and neither does one person in this building. She then added, he's a TikTok star and has more followers than me, 2.5 million. Or 2.5 million. Wendy went on the show to show a picture of Swavy, saying, here he is, and proceeded to look him up and down multiple times, appearing to mock his appearance. Finally, she relayed, he's 19 and he was murdered Monday morning. All right, hold on. Oh. Swavy was renowned for posting comedy videos and boasted around 98 million likes on social media. His family confirmed the news in a statement of his Instagram page, sharing, on behalf of our family, we'd like to say thank you for the continued support and love for Matima Miller, also known as Swavy or Babyface. It is with great sadness that we announce Swavy's passing on July 5th, 2021. He was taken away from us due to a serious or senseless act of gun violence.
I think there's
no
more.
That's it. Oh, wait, hold on. Scroll down a little bit. Oh, I thought there was a page. Never mind. Nope, that's it.
And I think I was
going to say the one thing real quick before I lose my train of thought again. I hate that we've been reduced to the number of followers we have when somebody dies. Like, I would not be surprised if, like, like a eulogy being like, they were such a good individual, then with their 2.5 million followers on TikTok and
that's how it's. I mean, that's how it's always been. I mean, at this
10,000 tweets.
I mean,
But damn, did you see that TikTok before?
I'm gonna
it's just where does our society come to?
Well, again, it's been something that's always happened. I mean, take a look at a lot of the content creators on YouTube, where if you don't have that many people watching you, then you're what's the word that they would throw around? You're
irrelevant.
Irrelevant, yeah.
As if
I was gonna say, well, Keemstar too. Keemstar has also said that.
I watched fucking 5.5 hours of Bo Black's video, or sorry, was it Bo Black's?
Oh gosh.
No, Keemstar and Ethan Klein.
I still need to watch that.
I watched the whole damn thing.
It's so petty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just petty.
I mean, there's a different. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I mean, when it comes down to, I mean, anything involving Keemstar is usually petty. I'm sorry. If I get a Keemstar fan that comes up and say he's not petty, like, dude, it's always fucking petty with him. I'm not, and I'm not trying to. I mean, at this point, play devil's advocate. Sometimes he does good reporting, but when it comes to drama, he is really fucking petty.
I think he's a good businessman. Overall.
Oh no, I'll admit that too. I mean, when it comes down to it, which speaking of that, I recently did a response to I guess something that came up about 2020 where they were talking. I guess Joe Rogan was talking about video games, and Ninja apparently freaking chimed in on that. But it's like what a lot of
get a real job.
Well, no, because okay, so I guess Joe Rogan. I don't want to talk too much about it because I talked about it in my video that I recorded.
Well,
but
I don't remember what you're talking about, so it might be good to provide context.
So Joe Rogan had a brief segment about talking about video games and the fact that
I think I remember this.
A lot of kids were wanting to about how like I guess if in some sense talking about how people put too much time into it. And more so like following other content creators that have made their career into playing video games. And they made the remark, I think I honestly like looking at it, I don't think Rogan kind of worded it the right way. I think what he was trying to say.
Oh yeah, this happened last summer, didn't it?
Yeah, and it came up recently when it comes down to drama, but or at least in a video that I was watching. And I was kind of curious about it and wanted to give my thoughts on it. But I think if anything, what he was trying to say is don't put your eggs in one basket. Like, don't just, if you are going to try to get into the gaming scene when it comes down to, gaming content,
I found the video where that actual clip, it's pretty short.
Yeah, it's like, don't just make that your main focus, because they mentioned how if it's not making you any money, then it becomes an issue. Like if you're spending hours and hours and hours on it.
Joe Rogan says gaming is a real problem and waste of players' time. Joe Rogan refers to gaming as a waste of time. However, he may be confusing gaming with his own past gaming addiction, which is a very different thing.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta keep pushing on, putting in the hours and whatnot. Otherwise, you won't ever see any progress made. You also gotta put yourself out there, make connections and social media and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hey, show this on screen. This is the TLDR for the Joe Rogan article.
Okay.
So, slide 1. Joe Rogan refers to gaming as a waste of time, earning backlash on social media. Rogan himself has dealt with gaming addiction, playing NBA 2K for 12 hours per day.
Okay.
He compared gaming to martial arts, saying that the latter is more productive. Ninja weighed in on Twitter, saying that Rogan is simply misinformed. Gamers are used to having their favorite hobby called unproductive or pointless. Rogan does not seem able to separate his past addiction with standard gaming. And then... in fact, his logic could be applied to movies, books, and his own podcast. Hey, Senua. Sure. Mental health and relaxation are important, and video games are a great outlet for both. And then... let's see here.
Damn.
And, okay, video games are a waste of time for players and unlikely to help them achieve anything. He likened himself to an alcoholic, describing his experience of gaming as an addiction, playing games like NBA 2K and Quake Champions for up to 12 hours per day. Quake Champions?
Yeah, is
it a competitive?
It's a competitive deathmatch style thing, somewhat similar to the arena games.
He compares gaming with jiu-jitsu, pointing out that someone practicing the martial art for 3 years could potentially open a gym and make money, while someone playing a video game for the same amount of time would have nothing to show for their efforts.
Okay, that's not... I mean... again, because I think with the gaming scene, it's very fickle. I mean, you to an extent, And I think if anything, we've all seen it, especially with as you play the game, as long as you try to be entertaining and stuff, you will get an audience.
Mhm.
But it won't be as big as a variety of other people that are already on the website at this current time.
Sorry if the screen keeps moving. I'm
Not
trying to
just that,
switch
but-
windows here. There we go.
Like, yeah, it's old news at this point, but still, you can't force others to go through the same thing you went through. You know, he's
Wh-
acting like every game. It comes across as him thinking that those that are constantly streaming or playing video games are
The only thing they got to show for is achievements.
yeah, and that they're just addicted to the game and need to do something else instead. They're not.
Gaming has been
he's
proven
claiming they're not
to
being
improve
productive.
coordination
Yeah.
or hand-eye coordination.
Not, I mean, and honestly, like, if you ask me, streaming or recording video game footage, let's play footage, what have you, it's not just a good outlet for the person doing it at times if they're having fun with it, but it's also, it can also be a means of relaxation for the viewer. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's an entertainment business.
He does concede that games are fucking fun and real exciting, but ultimately expresses like contempt for the medium, referring to it as a real problem. Let's see. Joe Rogan be like, video games are a waste of time, then post a 2-hour podcast debating if a gorilla or a tiger would win in a street fight.
Okay.
Joe Rogan said video games are bad and a waste of time, but I've been playing video games for 35 years and I came out just fine. I even sleep in a racing car. Do you?
Hell,
I
there
like
are
that.
some streamers that I know
Oh, race car
that
fan.
anytime, like, they do the competitive games like Apex, what have you, and they have this thing set up to where people can cash in channel points, which you gain by watching the content
Mhm.
while it's live, and he has it set up to where you can cash it in for him to do various workouts like push-ups, sit-ups, what have you. And some people even do it to where, okay, if I die, I'm going to do this many per death, you know, that kind of stuff. So no, it's not a waste of time. It's all about how you go about it.
Yeah. I mean, a good example is, I think one good example is probably Game Grumps, because they play video. I mean, when it comes to their content, they play video games all the time. They try to be very entertaining. Thanks to the personalities of Dan and Aaron, especially with Aaron and his prowess with voice acting, they're able to do a lot and a lot of improv.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's hard. Okay, I mean, I give Rob shit sometimes for his Let's Plays, but making Let's Plays isn't as
It's not
simple as
easy.
people think it is.
It's not easy.
It's hard.
Especially because especially as of late, I've been doing the longer Let's Plays. Sometimes just so I can get it out of the way, or especially with it after work, doing these way late in the evening, I'll play for a couple of hours, record a couple a video for a couple of hours, and then make sure everything's good before I have it processed to an MP4 and have it stored away for future uploads. Speaking
I
of,
should go back in your Ratchet and Clank videos and edit out the dead air.
speaking of, I've mentioned in Discord, I just finished Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
How'd that treat you?
Honestly, and I kind of been putting it
Wait,
off.
before you answer, did you already know the ending beforehand?
Of Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since it's a CD Projekt Red game, I figured there would be multiple endings. No, I didn't.
I'm just asking if you were aware of any of that before when you're finishing the game.
I did. Well, I will say I did hear about one in particular, which was apparently spoilers. There's where your character seems like there's a no-win situation, and your character that you've created and Johnny Silverhand decide to just end it and eat a bullet.
Filleting a gun, if you will.
Yes. So that's one ending, but I did hear there are several other endings depending on how you played the game.
So
Sorry, it reminds me of Squidbillies. I'm gonna fire this here gun bullet. If you haven't watched Squidbillies, you have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. It's funny though.
I think I might. It's been a
when
while
an
since
alien comes to town and like just showing the alien around, and he's like, "Yep, I'm gonna fire this here gun bullet," and the alien laughs. He's like, "Ha ha ha, gun bullet. That makes no sense." Kind of like, "Oh, stupid you."
Oh my word. So
If I find it, I will share it.
real quick, speaking of CD Projekt Red and their games and whatnot, I'm not sure if y'all have heard about this, but The Witcher Season 2 is apparently going to be releasing on the 17th of December.
I'm hyped for it. And I will be doing a teaser trailer reaction for Witcher Season 2.
Wonder if there is one yet.
No, there's a trailer out now.
Mm.
Though I'm kind of wondering if I should just do it.
Hi, Yoda.
I'm kind of wondering if I should just do it for the podcast.
As I'm smoking out of a Yoda dick bowl right now. So, hey,
What?
what's up, Yoda?
That's not Yoda.
You've seen what my bowl looks like. I've showed it on stream.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But...
And I took put it up to my face, and I was like, "Oh yeah, on camera it really does look like a dick."
Oh gosh.
You love me.
Well,
I make the funny ha-has.
So another thing too
Muting.
that came up recently is for WitcherCon that's coming up. Apparently they'll be talking
WitcherCon? It doesn't surprise me, but there's a WitcherCon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're going to be talking about stuff that may come up in season 2, as well as content that's going to be added on to The Witcher 3 for the was it the complete edition? I think they called it complete edition.
Okay.
That is inspired by the Witcher series. By the way. So I'm kind of curious on what they would probably put in there. If anything, probably like the armor that you wear.
Have you guys seen the new Resident Evil animation yet?
I want to, and I will be.
Not yet.
I will be doing a review on that.
Okay, it's on my.
Is it out?
It's on my list on Netflix. I just wondered. I didn't know, or because it was like it was on the trending. It was like number 3 in the U.S. But I'm rewatching Tokyo Ghoul right now.
Oh, it's in my watch list. Okay, I will be watching that later.
I really can't wait for The Witcher to come out for season 2. It's been like
Speaking
almost
waiting for things to come out. Fable isn't going to come out till at least 2023.
Damn.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's been like almost a couple years since we got the first season.
Let me check.
And it would have been
2019, I think.
I think it's been a couple of years.
It will be by the time it comes out.
Damn.
First episode, the season 1 aired on December 20th of 2019. So
Woo!
And
I'm right.
I'm really hoping Ken Morin, the Witcher school, looks exactly like it does from the game. That would actually be really, really cool detail to add to the series, because it looks like they might go to Ken Morin.
So Rob, guess what I have on my list to watch?
What?
Ruby. Only because I watched a 3-hour video or 2.5-hour video about why Ruby sucks.
So
why Ruby was disappointing. It still intrigues me.
So
I can't argue with any of the points that they came across based on no context of what the show is about or anything.
Yeah. So
I mean, as I've stated numerous times when I tried getting people into it back when it was season 2 or 3, it was like, if you're gonna get into it, just know the first season is gonna be slow, but it's there to get you used to the characters. That way, when the badass moments happen, you're like, okay, this is cool.
Also, as far as Volume 1, from what the videos I've checked out, people they usually said that Volume 1 was good. It was like, what was it? When they did the costume change, where it's like their outfits are really busy now. With buckles and all that stuff. So that it kind of seemed to take away from what their outfits were.
I think that happened in season 4, if I recall, because of the event.
That's when they got the real update on the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I'm just gonna warn you now, MJ, for when you watch it. Season 3 and onward, there's gonna be a lot of moments where it's going to gut punch you.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Okay. We'll see.
There's gonna be a lot of moments.
Challenge accepted.
Season 3 still hurts to even think about.
Oh yeah. By the way, one character, I'm not going to spoil too much, but there's one character named Penny that I think you will like.
She's the robot one, right?
Yes.
That gets framed for murder.
Wait, what?
Oh shit.
That's something else. I'm not going to go into that. That's that's something that happens way down the line. But
okay, because I've only watched 5. I've only watched up to volume 5, I think.
She kind of looks like a Dutch girl. I think of Lederhosen, but even though she's wearing a dress.
But yeah, Penny.
She seems like a cool character.
Penny was one of my favorite. Is one of my favorite characters of the show.
But like I said, because I watched these videos, like the one that I linked in admin chat, the one I watched was 2.5 hours long. They go over Penny, so that's how I know of her, and I know the circumstances behind everything.
Oh, but her and Crow, by the way.
I do know. I like the trailers though. The trailers are really cool.
I've got to ask, after Volume 5, how was Crow treated in terms of voice acting and character? Because it was around the time of Volume 5 ending that whole controversy fucking started.
Okay, yeah, because just a heads up.
I don't care if you spoil me or anything like that, but as long as you don't spoil Aden on anything.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Season 3 through 5, Crow.
Aren't they volumes?
Yes, but we can't help it call them seasons.
Crow's voiced by Vic.
Oh.
Yeah, he's voiced by Vic Mignogna, and he does a spectacular fucking job of it.
Jean? Is it Jean or John?
Jean.
Is he the one that's voiced by Miles Luna?
Let me check.
They might.
Because he kind of sucks.
Oh, he gets better. he gets better like as the seasons
Does he?
progress. He
Yeah.
does. He does.
And yes.
Oh, because
yes,
in the
he-
very like I've watched a little bit
Yeah.
of like I've heard like clips of him, and I'm like, oh,
Yes, he
ooh.
he kind of sucks for the first season, but
I
as
know
time
he was one of the main writers, and it was. I mean, it was a small production. It was what 3 people when it
but
first
yeah,
started.
as time progresses, he does become a better character, and more
Yeah.
so because
Well, I'm not talking about his character. I'm just talking about the voice acting.
no. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
even that gets better.
And it's still voiced by the same guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Miles Winner.
Okay.
but yeah, all I'm gonna
Okay.
say, like when it comes down to Jean, that character. I mean, I think that was one character that I also kind of like. I started to kind of like, especially like for later seasons, because he becomes a really great character, and his motivations for getting stronger, becoming better, are actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the one part that I did not pick up in that one video that I was keep mentioning that I watched. That's by is it Manga Carmen that did it, or was it somebody
Yes.
else?
Yeah, it's Manga Carmen.
No, the one I posted on Discord.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was Manga Carmen.
Because I watched 2 different videos. One of them was by Manga Carmen, and another one was by somebody else. I'm trying to see. Let me see which is the one that I posted in admin.
H Boomber guy.
Oh yeah,
Bomber
yeah.
guy?
Oh, he does a really good job. H Bomber guy, or I forgot. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but he does a really good job because he it looks like he's using the Valve engine, or is it? Looks like he's using Team Fortress. Like it's partly animated. Like his commentary is animated. He's an actual like 3D character, like going over this, and he has it set up as the church from the Kingsmen.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that movie?
I still need to
think
watch
so.
them.
It's so good.
Because
It's
there's-
really good.
To my knowledge, there's 2 movies in the Kingsman.
There's 3.
There's 3 now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need,
sure there's 3.
I need to watch the latest season of Red vs. Blue
it?
too,
Wait.
since we're talking about something from Rooster Teeth.
But it's cool that the music was sung by the daughter when she was 15.
by the daughter of the composer.
of the
for
composer?
soundtrack. Yeah. He even joins her in some of the tracks, as well as another person.
Hmm.
There's a couple that I really like. I have on my phone.
I want to show you guys that Kingsman Secret Service scene, but I don't want to get. I don't want it to fuck up our channel. I'll post it in Discord. You've got to see it. Just that scene alone is fucking great. It's a massacre, but it's choreographed so well. Oh, it's so good. Now I want to rent the movie again.
She's also, I think, like a year or 2 back, did a cover of Last Surprise from Persona 5 with the group Tournament Arc, which is pretty good. She's an outstanding vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Based
think
on what I've heard, yeah.
there's a lot of their music is really good. One of my favorites is Bad Luck Charm from them.
But I'll give it a try. That's why I'm trying to also give Dragon Ball a try too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Aden, I said before you got here,
okay.
I said that I wanted to instead of, because remember how I said that I kind of wanted to make it based on Cell?
Yeah.
I think I want to make it more based on Broly because of the colors.
Understandable.
So green and purple. And then I got trigger extenders too. I've got the trigger extenders for Cell though. Well, I mean, his hair's spiky. Broly's hair's spiky, so it'd still work to make it look like spikes. You'll see when it's done. It'll look really cool. I was gonna actually do it during the podcast, but I'll do it later when I get my everything. All my parts. They're just waiting my decals. Those should be here tomorrow.
Yeah. Also,
Sorry.
In regards to Ruby, another thing of note that you should know about in case that video didn't bring it up, you will probably end up good number of times as exasperated as Blake or Weiss with Ruby's antics.
Say that again?
You'll probably be as exasperated with Ruby's antics as Blake or Weiss is. So,
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Blake, what is she based on?
Beauty and the Beast.
That's what I thought. Because the person's like, or they're like, yeah, list the other characters, but he's like, I'm not going to tell you what Bella is based on yet, because it's just like, it's like, what?
Yeah,
and so
Belladonna.
and so that's why I was guessing, but I didn't. That's the one part I missed. So I was guessing it's Beauty and the Beast. But
yeah, the main ties to that is Belle in her last name, Belladonna, as well as the character trailers that lead up to the first volume.
I'm still happy that I guessed it. Don't take that away from me.
We actually don't. Yeah, you did good. We actually don't get to see Adam again outside of the Ruby Black trailer, which is Blake's, until towards the end of season 3 or 4. I don't remember which.
Who's the name? What's the name of the dude that was with Blake in the beginning?
Adam.
Oh.
The guy on the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Adam.
Okay. I like the art style. I mean, rest in peace, Monty Ohm.
Yeah, he did an exceptional job with the choreography, especially during the ball scene in season 3.
I should watch Dead Fantasy. I have not. I've heard of the video. I haven't seen it.
I've watched a few of those videos. They're good. They're good.
I did see his Matrix one though.
I believe he also did a Mega Man X one as well, but I could be wrong.
Haloid. He also did Haloid.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, yeah, that was him, right?
Haloid? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yeah, it's Halo Metroid.
Ooh.
Or sorry, Sergeant Metroid.
Master
It's
Chief
what
versus
it's
Sonic?
what inspired him to come on for Red versus Blue.
Okay.
Or his video Haloid.
Huh.
It's funny. It's Sergeant Metroid, and I forgot the name of the other character.
Master Chief and Samus.
No, it's not Master Chief. But because they do the twist at the end is like, you know, Samus takes her helmet off, and you're like, "Whoa, you're a girl!" And then the Spartan or whoever takes their helmet off, and you're like, "Whoa, you're a girl too!"
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this video out.
It's so funny. I watched that too after watching that Ruby video. I mean, and that video that I watched are like, it's not like I'm trying to get you to not watch the show. Like, I want to have a discussion about it, and hopefully it'll kind of encourage you to watch it. And that's kind of what it did. I'm curious.
Yeah.
But when I heard John's voice acting in the beginning, like, oh, this isn't good. But I'll give it another shot.
Yeah, Jean starts out as a really whiny character.
Oh, I mean, to an extent.
But that's because he doesn't really have any power, and all he has on him is his freaking heirloom. His family heirloom.
Is he based on a character too, like Jean Valjean or something?
Jean of Arc.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, Joan of Arc.
That's not that clever.
And we had other.
Considering his name
It's not
is
even
Jean
spelled the
d'Arc.
same.
Yeah, considering his name's Jean d'Arc. Yeah. I try to think. I find it really fascinating that as a means to show that he could do the show that he had in mind, which was Ruby, Justice. they let him choreograph the fights in I believe it was the season of Red versus Blue where they took on oh god, what the hell was
Where
his...
they crashed through the wall.
I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the person they take on at the end, or
I know what you're
have you,
talking
but
about.
it was the season where the line, "Hey, does this look like a warthog to you?" comes out.
Oh, you're talking about
Wasn't
you're talking
that
about
was
Red
like
versus
yeah,
was
Red
season
versus
one of
Blue.
Red versus Blue.
Yeah, Monty Ohm choreographed a lot of the fights in that season, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they premiered
So,
that at what was it? They premiered it at a convention, didn't they, or at RTX?
Oh wait, are you talking about season 5? Because there's that scene
Yeah.
like near
No,
the very end.
it wasn't part of
It's the one where they
Blood
crossed
Gulch.
the
It
Warhawk
wasn't
through
part
the
of the
wall.
Blood Gulch Chronicles.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it was like no, not season 5. It would have been
It was
season
like
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it like like for the last fight when they're facing off against the meta,
The meta,
Sarge.
thank you.
the Sarge is like, "Hey, help
Look
us
like
with
a warthog.
help us with an argument. Does this look like a warthog to you?" And then puts the hook on him.
No, it was. Does this look like a puma to you?
Oh, does this look like a cat to you?
Right before. Oh, that was so great.
Also, probably one of the funny.
Monty Ohm was doing that as a means to be like, yeah, I can do this. So please let me make this show.
Yeah. Also, by the way, that had one of the funniest scenes where they all think Griff is dead, but he's hanging on to dear life. He's like, Sarge is like, just pretending he's not. He's not hanging off the cliff.
Yeah.
He's like, Sarge, stop being a fucking asshole and help me up. Oh man.
I love how we initially started off talking about Wendy Williams, and then it kind of just went that's Ruby or Red versus Blue.
Well, we had a huge chunk of the podcast talking about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's kind of funny how the conversation devolved into that.
And I'm not trying to downplay the whole situation. Because we've talked to full extent, or to a good extent.
I'm not making that implication at all, and I hope no one else watching gets that or thinks that either.
Yeah,
but watch that video I linked in admin chat. It's so good. That's so good.
I think the point was more along the lines of I love how we digress into just being dorks and nerds.
Yep. Talking about a serious topic. Oh, talking about voice acting in Ruby and how it sucked in the first volume.
Well, I wouldn't say it sucked. It more so it had its flaws.
See, that's my opinion.
No,
but I have no context other than what I've seen from those videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm going off of. I may change my mind once I start watching it, but before even really truly going into it, that's my initial opinion.
The VAs definitely get into character after volume 1 for sure.
By the way, speaking of shows, MJ, have you been watching Loki?
I haven't been using anything on Disney Plus.
Watch it.
So now, yeah. That was the one I was looking forward to was Loki and WandaVision, but I haven't watched it yet.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't want to spoil too much. Episode 5 is literally the Easter egg episode.
Oh.
I feel like we've talked about this before. Maybe not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But yeah, that's. I mean, I've been doing my reviews of it, and I've mentioned at least in my recent, which I was able to time it perfectly. Do I have it up? Yeah, episode 5 is up on the channel for the review. And again, it is a great episode. I actually spent 22 minutes. I was able to talk for 22 minutes on that one episode.
Damn.
Was like there was so much shit that happened in that thing. Oh, and I need to make a correction. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I mentioned how there was in one segment of the episode. I need to make a quick correction because I mentioned how like there's a point where they're panning to like underground, and you see what looks like a tiny Loki in a jar. I was wrong. It wasn't Loki. It was Frog Thor.
Oh.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm kind of surprised that there. Well, I shouldn't be surprised that Frog Thor made an appearance.
Oh, and it was Chris Hemsworth that voiced him. So
did it sound like Chris Hemsworth, or was he trying to make like disguise his voice is more like a frog?
It sounded like him. So I'm not going too much further than that. I'm just gonna make that quick correction. It wasn't a tiny Loki in a jar. For those who have seen my video, it was Frog Thor. Now I'm done. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
It's tiny Loki's tiny brother in Frog Thor. There you go. So put it that way, you're not wrong. Or you can be like the total art critic douche, being like, it's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
What's this I heard before I hopped in about a DBZ movie? Or a new Dragon Ball movie?
Rob was asking me something about it, and I said I don't know.
So there was a trailer that came up with all the characters that we know and love from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super in the style that we saw, Goku and Vegeta and Broly in for the recent, or at least not so recent, Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So, and a lot of people are speculating that there might be another movie coming up pretty soon, or if anything, a series that is based on that style.
It's been speculated since the movie came out that they're probably going to end up doing what they did with Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F for the Dragon Ball Super series. Adapting it into the animated series.
Here's my question, because I was thinking that either, like, if they make another movie, it would be interesting if they brought back another villain from the grave, or if anything, I didn't think about this because some people were speculating it, or bring back or make another villain canon. So a lot of people, like, looking at some comments and stuff, like some people are wanting, like, if we get another movie, maybe perhaps making cooler canon.
Yeah,
because apparently he has a lot of following.
Oh yeah, he does. I mean, in Super Dragon Ball Heroes and maybe Xenoverse 2, I'm not so sure on that one though. He has a golden medal form.
Yeah. Don't know how, but
well, Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
I think that was more like
it brings in it does all kinds of stuff. I mean, at one point, apparently even Raditz gains a Super Saiyan form, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Apparently.
Oh my gosh, that's what they need to do. Bring back Raditz. Hell, if anything, bring back Nappa. That would actually be an interesting interesting thing to do. Is you bring those two back to life, and them just being dumbfounded at the fact that Goku and Vegeta not only have been able to surpass Super Saiyan, but also became Super Saiyan God, and beyond that. I'm kind of curious of what their reactions would be, and actually, if anything, too, if they were to have to take part in normal life to some extent.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what I'm posting in admin chat, by the way, these are just touchpad ideas.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
And this one is another one. I took a screenshot of that on my phone, but
Oh, wow.
I would take out the subtitles.
Yeah, but now I have Unravel stuck in my head.
But yeah, because I'm trying to think of a way of, because I know we talked about it and I like that clear purple in the customizer that I showed you, the screenshot, but when I put it on the actual shell, the purple is like too clear. It doesn't really show, it kind of looks a little muddy. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I have so many freaking shells now. I have so many different parts. Anyone wants a customized PS4, PS5 controller, I know how to do them. And I'm going to be making one of them. I'm going to turn into I'm going to get a remap kit for it. So it has paddles on the back. But I also need to get a soldering gun too. All kinds of tools I can screw up with. But I mean, I've gotten a lot better at it. I can actually put them together or take them apart without having to like look something up or have anything screw up once I put them back together.
True.
So I'm happy, but I got all my parts except for my decals. And then I can finally start putting all that stuff together. It's going to look so cool. Because I'm going to make the red controller that I have. I'm thinking about having clear blue back shell to it, and then clear blue R2 and L2 buttons with a trigger extender, so it looks like waves, like water waves. I'll show you when it's done. It's going to look really freaking cool. So many ideas. Too little controllers. Not enough. Oh, goodness. But oh, so you know that podcast, that whole thing with Shannon or Creepshow Art?
yeah.
True Sleuth came out with a video showing how the person did that podcast, or like Odessa Franklin Bootwell or whatever, that people were like, oh, I'm not sure if that's Shannon or not based on the voice, because people thought that it sounded like Shannon. But apparently this person's been like defending Shannon and keeps saying like, yeah, Shannon's just trying to get evidence right now to prove that Amy is a stalker. Just you wait. And it's kind of like, that's kind of suspicious. Especially since like the first episode of her podcast about Creepshow came like right before everything went down. I'll see if I can find it real fast. I'm not going to play or anything. I'm just going to link it. So if anyone wants to check it out. But if this person is Shannon or is working with Shannon and trying to be sneaky like that, that's kind of pathetic. I think it just does more damage overall. If Shannon were to just own up, that would go over a lot better. Just being like, yeah, I fucked up. I mean, and I use this as an excuse to hide from, taking any sort of accountability. I realized that what I did was wrong, and here is what I can do to improve or to try to make things better, or try to make, get some closure to all of this. I don't know, but let's see. Where are you? There you are. What is all this shit? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Silly me. I almost shared something that I shouldn't have shared towards me. It would only fuck me over if I accidentally shared it. Where are we? Podcast. You love my narration as no one else is saying anything? Because it's cool.
Sorry.
I am here to entertain. Here we go. Oh yeah, I'm even unlogged in. Oh, why am I logged into the chat? Oh, never mind. I know the answer to that, but here we go. Link in chat. Now I gotta switch back to my account. Because I have YouTube Premium. And I don't want to be in your account right now. What? Where is my account? Uh-oh. So how was your week?
Good.
All right, sweet.
Oh, I just finished the second DLC for Borderlands 2.
Oh? The Scarlet one or
No, it was the Mr. Torque's campaign of Carnage.
That one's funny. I like that. I like Torque. Basic. Oh.
Oh, I think the funniest thing was the whole boss fight with what's his name? Piston. Especially with the constant thing of like calling him a cheater. I love like twice. Like
is it in the DLC where there's that quest where you have to kill all the haters?
I don't know. I just did all the I just did all the campaign stuff and like literally like the fight where you're about to face off against Flyboy. He gets shot down by Piston's blimp, and all of a sudden, like after they introduce the blimp, Moxie is like, "Piston, you cheating son of a bitch," and he's like in a really whiny voice, "I am not a cheater." Does the same thing again, and the same dialogue happens again when they introduce was it Batasaurus Rex, which I'm just gonna say I fucking hated that boss. I really hated that boss with a passion.
I haven't played the DLC for that one, but I have seen it.
That thing is a bullet sponge.
Most enemies in Borderlands are bullet sponges.
Well, it's like my usual go-to, because I use elemental weapons. My usual go-to is corrosive, and when I found out that was doing jack shit, I decided to I decided to use my least favorite, which is explosive. Mostly because I found out early on that apparently if let's say if you're behind cover, you accidentally fire it at the cover.
Yeah, you end up blowing yourself up.
Yes. So I'm like, it's the one elemental type that I fucking hate.
I love explosives. I actually didn't. Corrosive was okay, but I liked explosives. What character are you right now in your campaign?
Oh, I'm playing Maya.
Which
I'm kind of wondering who I'm going to play as for when I play, because I've been playing all the Siren characters.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to go for the Siren?
But I'm kind of wondering for the pre-sequel, I'm kind of wondering who I'm going to play as, because they don't have a Siren character.
Closest to that would be Athena.
Athena?
Mm-hmm.
Why Athena?
As far as like a Siren?
Yeah.
Well, because she can fling her shields and everything, and she that's who I played as in pre-sequel. Oh gosh, it's been a while.
It would probably make more sense too, especially since, you know, when it comes down to her being interrogated by Lilith, it's the story's coming from her perspective.
Yeah.
But
because I actually played Tales from the Borderlands before playing pre-sequel.
Actually, that actually brings up a point. I'm thinking about after this DLC.
Initially, I started off as Nisha, actually, but
I'm thinking about
handsome ex-girlfriend.
that actually brought up a point. I might consider taking a break from the DLCs after the Mr. Torque DLC and complete Tales of the Borderlands. Just so to some extent to try to be in chronological order. I can do a couple of the missions there, then do Tales of the Borderlands, and then do in between that, start uploading for pre-sequel. And then finish up with Borderlands 2.
Gotcha. I was like, wait a minute. Sorry. I'm a little slow on the uptake. But you know what would be kind of fun to do?
What?
Like, okay, Aden, you know when we played Little Hope? Here, wait. Are you here yet? Or are you back? Or you're gone? Aiden's gone. Forgot. He said be right back. For the channel, we played Little Hope. Aden, myself, and Bella. We should do like a choice-based game like that as a group, where each choice that comes up, and then like you take turns.
Okay.
Make a choice. Because that made it a lot more interesting when we did it that way. Because somebody can screw over somebody else by making, a decision that the person previously wasn't going to make.
Yeah,
I'm back. What's up?
I think that'd be. I was saying, telling Rob about remember how we played Little Hope for the channel?
Yeah.
Ella? I was thinking for fun that we should do that for the podcast or something like that. A choice-based game where we each take turns.
That would be fun.
Because then I was saying too, there can be kind of like a fucking over aspect to it too. Like the next person making a choice that the previous person probably wouldn't have made if they were given that choice. Which can result possibly in killing off a character. We could do it for Man of Medan.
True. How long until
I also have...
Come out already?
Huh?
I'm trying to remember when the third one comes out, if it hasn't already.
The trailer's already out for it. It comes out in October.
October, thank you.
Yeah. They usually get it out around Halloween. House of Ashes. That one has Ashley Tisdale in it. It looks interesting. It's like more desert setting. It just seems like it'd be like a spookier Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like to me. But I like Ashley Tisdale. She's a good singer. Shit, where was I going with that? Since we talked about in Discord the other day about Guardians of the Galaxy, I still have that Telltale game. I have not even played it at all yet. That could be one we could do.
All right.
Like, because I have no clue. I've never watched a playthrough of it. So I'd be going in completely blind. Because a lot of the games, like choose your own adventure games, obviously that's like one of my favorite genres. So I've played most of them. I'm trying to think of one that I have not played myself. That would be fun. You want to try to do that next podcast or something?
It sounds fun. Yeah, that actually sounds fun.
I'd be down for that.
Sweet. I will have to probably use Lonely Screen because it's on my phone. Because I don't own it on a... Wait. I might have it on my PS5. Or maybe just the demo. Regardless, I'll get it taken care of. We're good on that end. I will have it set up. So I think I'm running out of steam.
All right. I might end it here then. So Anyway, thank you guys. For those who are watching, thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you have any thoughts on some of the stuff we've been talking about, please leave comments, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob, MJ, and Aden signing off. Have a good one and take care. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.